and this is the Anything Talk channel where I tell you about just anything. So here we talk about anything and everything. If you've been on this channel before, thank you very much for coming back. And if it's your first time on this channel, well, thank you very much for being here. I would like you to subscribe so that whenever I put up something new, you'll be the first to see it. So without much ado, let's jump right into today's topic. Today, I want to tell you about the friends who benefit situation that so many people get themselves in and then they get burnt at the end of the day. Now, what is this friends who benefit situation? I think this is not a new concept, and I want to believe that we all know about it, although I'm still going to tell you what it is. It is a situationship where, you know, either two people or someone or one of the parties tells you that they like you, but they're not in, you know, the friends who benefit situationship, right? It's a situationship whereby either one of the parties or two people involved like tell each other that they're not ready to be committed, but they like each other. So boom, they get into a friends who benefit situationship where they benefit from each other. So this is a sexual relationship where both people are not committed. They're not committed in the relationship, however, they are together. Now, this gets even better, because in the long run, most of the time, one of the parties involved start developing emotional feelings, because at the end of the day, right, at the end of the day, in a friend to benefit situationship, you find yourself doing things that people in a relationship would normally do, just that there is no tag of commitment. It is not labeled. You've already labeled it a friend to benefit situationship. You're not committed. You're not in a relationship. The person is not your girlfriend. Neither is the person your boyfriend. But you are in a sexual romantic relationship. People get burnt. Just the truth. People get burnt most of the time, and you know, it gets really awkward. It gets really messy, and one of the parties, they start saying, "I love you. I have feelings for you. I want you to myself now." And then you find the other one, whom most of the time is the one with the least emotional attachment. The person who is not emotionally available at the time would now say, "Oh, but at the beginning we already made it clear that this is a strictly friends to benefit situation, so I don't know what you're talking about." And then you see someone gets heartbroken when they were not in a relationship in the first place. They get heartbroken, they get sad, they start putting on WhatsApp status and post online of how people are not what they seem to be, of how people are not being sincere. I don't think anybody should get into that kind of situationship, because it does not really end well most of the time. Sometimes the girl gets emotionally attached, sometimes the boy gets emotionally attached, and then, you know, sometimes it actually works out, and then the whole thing metamorphoses into a relationship. Thank God. But most times it does not work out like that, and we all know this. We all know that it doesn't work out like that most. In fact, 90%, okay, maybe 90 is a bit too much. Say 80, maybe 80 is a bit too much. Let me be more optimistic. Say 70% of the time, friends to benefit situationships do not metamorphose into real-time relationships. They don't metamorphose into, you know, relationships. One of the parties get heartbroken, and that will be the end of the situationship. I don't think anybody should get themselves into that. If it works for you, by all means, please do what makes you happy. If it works for you, why not? Go ahead, do it, have fun, do whatever you like. But if you know that you're the kind of person that does not, you know, take those kind of, you know, feelings and attractions and emotional things, you know, lightly, if you know you're the kind of person that does not take if you know you're the kind of person that does not take sex lightly, then please, by all means, do not get yourself into a friends to benefit situation. It is not going to end well for you, darling. It is not going to end well at all, because you know what is going to happen. You're going to begin, like, you know what you're doing, right? You actually know what you're doing, and then it's going to get to this point where you start feeling like, okay, it wouldn't be bad if this is a real relationship, and you start like looking at the future, what the both of you can achieve together, and you see that okay, maybe the both of you are actually compatible, because you spend a lot of time doing things together and talking and all that, and then before you know, the evil demons, those little demons of emotions, love, will start rearing their ugly head into your heart, and then you fall in love with this person. Aww. And the person will break your heart. Yes, the person will break your heart, because they've already told you before that all they want was to be friends with benefits with you, and you agreed. You agreed. And you agreed, and now you're heartbroken. It doesn't work. For me, it doesn't work. It is just, it is a selfish concept that people have cooked up, and they've made it seem normal. They've made it seem normal, and people are buying into it. So if it works for you, that's fine. If you know that you are very good at being emotionally unavailable, that's fine. But if you know that you are so emotionally available, and the moment you start having, close discussions and sexual intercourse with somebody, it is because you actually like them, then darling, you should not even start in the first place. Don't start. Most people get into these things because they want to have access to this person, in that way, but they don't want to lose the person. The person is not emotionally available, the person is not commitment ready, and they still want to have that kind of access. So when the person tells them, oh, the only way you can be together is if it's when we are friends with benefits, right? Then they agree, and at the end of the day, things don't work out well. I don't think you should put yourself in that kind of situation. It is not good at all. Then my video is actually two parts. It's going to be in two parts. So the second part of this video, right, is those people that say that it's a trend now on Twitter. I always make reference to Twitter because that is a social media platform that I am very active in. They say it is, if you want to have just sex with somebody, you should tell them, which is not wrong, because if what you're looking for is just sex, you should not actually let somebody invest their emotions into you and think that it's actually something that is going to come on. Just be a man, be a woman, and tell them that what you want is just sex, instead of deceiving them. But what they don't tell you is that can actually be annoying, and you have the right to be annoyed. If someone comes to tell you that what I want from you is just sex, darling, if you feel angry, tell them, oh, thank you for being so honest, but you are trash. You're trash. I mean, how can you tell someone that all I want from you is just sex? What is the meaning of that? Anyways, if someone tells you that, just know that you have the right to be angry, because I've seen there was this particular thread about this particular topic, and people were like, oh, but when you go ahead to tell them that what you want to just sex, they get angry. Like, why can't I get angry if you come at me with that kind of nonsense? Why do you think I should not get angry? I am supposed to get angry, and nobody is supposed to tell anybody that what they want to just say. It's just the kind of world and the kind of time that we find ourselves into. And we're trying to be honest people, so instead of leading somebody on and stringing someone on along and all of that, just let them know, so that if they're game, they can like just continue. But if they're not, they would know what they're doing and just end everything with you. But don't forget that they have the right to be angry if you come at them with that kind of nonsense. It is nonsense, it is bullcrap, and nobody should do it. Do not get yourself into a friends with benefits situationship, although it is very difficult, and sometimes you just get into that situation without even knowing that you're already in it. If you realize that it is not working for you, do well to leave. It can hurt you, but you'll be doing yourself a very big favor if you leave. So yes, I don't know if you've had any experience before. I would like to know. So please, if you do, or if you have something to say about this topic, kindly leave a comment in the comment section below. I would like to read all of it and interact with you as time goes on. And please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on social media. It's Sandra Orokodo on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and until